Hello everyone, my name's Anthony Cummins and I'm the author of Book of Samurai and this, which is the Lost Samurai School, all of which have loads of information about samurai and how they used to use their ancient techniques. More about them in a bit, but I am going to challenge everyone in the Koryu world to a sword fight. Everyone. If you are in Koryu, consider yourself challenged to a fight. I'll explain what I mean in a minute and I'll explain how I got there and why I'm getting there. But basically, I would like to enter into fencing, sparring, sword fighting, combat, no holds barred, obviously, you know, as in the like HEMA, historical European martial arts, grapples, strikes, anything goes sort of job, beyond eye gouges of course, but basically, you know what I mean, a bit of a fencing spar. I've bought 2 sets of gear, protective gear, samurai gear, and I'm waiting on 2 metal swords to arrive, samurai swords, so it will, you know, with a bit more realism in it. And I would like to scrap with everybody in Koryu to see if we can sort of try and move the game more into the HEMA game, but with some specifications there. So the top people I'd like to fight are Don Rowley, Patrick O'Brien, or whatever he's called, Batman O'Brien, Good Karma, you're on my list. There was a few others. Metatron, just because he's a nice man, and let's have a go with Metatron for fun because I like him. And Sean Askew, he can have one too. And Kassem maybe, whatever. Yeah, them guys. So basically, because they've had a go at me quite a lot on the internet, but basically it's a friendly match, friendly fun, and I hope to improve or explain or investigate Japanese swordsmanship more. So if you've just come onto this video for that, that's what I'd like to do. But now I'm going to explain in a bit more detail. So it's been 2 minutes so far, that's all you need to know. But now I'm going to break it down into what I want to actually do. Okay, I'm actually not a believer. I do not believe that sparring helps you fight, to be fair. I don't think it does. And I've got a long reason for this. But at the same time, I think that performing waza and just techniques doesn't really, well, in fact, hinders your fighting ability, totally. My personal belief, and I could be totally wrong, is that actually preset routines, but with dynamic movement, which continually train muscle memory, are the correct way of training. And I think warriors across all the ages have realised this. Just having a fight, you need to have a few scraps, but actual, just, you know, to sort of like get a bit more reality in there. But actual training is about constant repetition, muscle repetition, without it being flaky or rubbish. You've got to partner up with someone. Feel it, you feel it, yeah, bang, feel it, bang, and you keep doing that until your muscle memory remembers it. But I don't have a training partner. I'm now 42 years old. I'm getting cricky and old, and my back hurts in the morning, and I need 3 cups of tea to get me going. And I've lived in this cottage for 6 years, and I'm doing no training because I'm just in the middle of nowhere with no training partners, no anything. So life is going too fast, and I've been planning this for years, but I'm just stuck here. So I'm going to put out this challenge now, because I'd like to go out there and find out the reality of Japanese swordsmanship. Now, I personally believe that Koryu is an excellent thing. I'm not disrespecting Koryu, but I think over the 400 years since it was last realistically used, you know, you can say it was used at the end of the Edo period, but we're talking about Sengoku period stuff. Over those years, basically, bit by bit, how can I write? So imagine Koryu is this shiny, shiny thing that's dropped into the ocean. And bit by bit, barnacles over the years have stuck to it. And then we pick it up and we're like, that's Koryu. It's an old thing. And you're like, well, yeah, but it's got barnacles over it. So let's chip all the barnacles off, break them off, and then go and use what is at the core of Koryu, actual scrapping. So what I've done is I've ordered 2 sets of gear. I will show you the gear again later and the company that are doing it. And basically 2 swords. Now I do not want to do this with Shinai. I don't want to do it with shinai, because I think shinai are bamboo kendo sticks. I think that totally takes you to the wrong place in sword fighting. I don't want to have a kendo fight. I would lose every kendo fight in the world because I'm not a kendo thingy, and they have a different set of rules, far removed from Koryu. So I'm not, you know, it's like I'll be useless at fencing. I fenced, but if you got a good fencer, they'd beat me every time. The same as a kendo person would beat me every time. I want to fight Koryu people in Koryu style with metal swords and protective gear, you know, HEMA hats, and let's go. And that's what I'd like to do. Friendly, fun times, have a cup of tea, have a chat, and go for it. Film it all, sorted, no problem. Then over the years, film each one, and then basically, you know, see if I improve. Now, basically, what I'm trying to say is, I think, well, I have, let me talk about my training. I have 0 official training in swordsmanship. 0. So I studied under the Bujinkan, Hatsumi and all that, and actually people in England, and let's be honest, it was totally made up swordsmanship. It was totally made up. Whether it's good or bad is irrelevant. What I did was made up, so it wasn't historical. So I also did some Iaido with Tamiya Ryu, and I did it for 2 months, every morning for 2 months in Japan. So I studied swordsmanship in Japan. Whew, enter the wind. Actually, I went in the morning and learnt to straighten my arm a bit and move my foot, and I did 0, you know, like, so I could draw the sword in a very formulaic way for the first 4 of the kata, you know what I mean? Not nothing. So I have no qualifications. So I expect to be fully defeated in every single bout, and I'd like to just keep going over the next 10-15 years and see, let's film them to the beginning and the end and see how good I get at the end by using just my ideas on Kenjutsu. However, I still don't have a training partner, so I can't physically train for these things. I can't do any muscle memory, which I'd like to do. So, but I can't wait any longer. So let's just scrap. So let's do it. So, of course, I can't afford to fly around the world and do this and do that, or drive up and down the country. But what I can do is, if anybody wants to challenge me to, well, I challenge you, there you go. If anybody would like to accept my challenge, I'll put the email on the screen. Just email me, give me your details and everything. And basically, you might be in America, you might be in Cuba, you might be, whenever I'm sort of like traveling the world, or if I'm ever going on holiday somewhere, I'll be like, you know, or I'm like in such a country for a seminar, I might be able to bring the kit, I don't know, but we can work all that out, and I'll just be like, right, I'm within an hour of your dojo, so let's go. You know, let's do that. So I'm more than happy for that. Let's do it. Boom. Oh, Dean Eschler, let's fight him as well. So come on, Dean, I'll do it. Maybe Shad Versty as well, just because he's... So there's the people that have called me on the internet for years, and then there's the nice lads like Shad Versty and Metatron and all them, you know what I mean? But let's do it. Let's scrap. And there's a mask on, so there's no biting allowed. You've got to bite, you know what I mean? No biting allowed. But basically, we go in, we set up the video, we sit down, we have a nice laugh, we get the kit out. First, instant death. First one, dead. That's it. End of bout. Not like best of 3 or anything like that. Of course, we can have multiple sparring sessions, but let's be honest, first, dead. Because the thing I don't like about kendo and shinai stuff is everybody starts doing tappy tappy. Oh, I got a point. No, that's the end. Done. You're dead. So people fight differently when it comes to one shot, 1 kill. Done. So, you know, no problem. And we can play the old, you know, that arm's out, let's carry on, you know, for a bit. You've got 20 seconds after that arm's gone. Whatever you want to do, we'll play it like that. So, I hope that explains everything of what I wanted to say. I hope so. But I will, of course, love to do it. I'd love to do it. Let's see where we get. And then it's just an experiment and see if things are proven. Now, if you've come here from Koryu and you don't know who I am, basically I'm the author. I've travelled over Japan to try and find the truth about samurai history. And part of that is trying to find the truth about samurai swordsmanship. So if you don't mind, get yourself a copy of The Lost Samurai School, excuse the reflection. And this is Mubyoshi Ryu. All the information, all the stuff is a traditional Koryu school. And I went to see the original guy, Master. It's got all the secret weapons, all the stuff. And literally tons and tons of information on ninjutsu, samurai warfare, ritual magic. There you see all the kuji, everything. It's a mint book. It's really good. It's from a school that we found which was almost dying. There's like 4 people still doing it. So there you go, the last samurai school. And of course follow me in the Natori Ryu stuff, which is fundamental samurai teachings, the book of samurai, the secret teachings of Natori Ryu. That is mint. That's mint. So if you come here because you've never seen me before, get those books if you like Koryu. They're total Koryu books. So that's what I've been doing for the last decade and a bit, is bringing Koryu out of the sort of just swordsmanship, showing you all the different things behind it, and all the scrolls in all the, you know, like the libraries in Japan. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to a good bit of scrap, a cup of tea and a cake. I want cake after, because I'll need, you know, a bit of cake, and it'll be fun. So enjoy, guys. Looking forward to your comments below. But on the whole, let's see if we can organise it. I know it's expensive to move around the world. Nobody can just fly around the world for a single one kill death. But hopefully we can try and make it work. I can drive around the UK quite a bit at some point. Well, at least England, Wales. So that should be no problem. And I'd be more than happy to call in and see you guys when all the kit arrives. The kit has not fully arrived yet. I'm still waiting on it. All right, guys. See you later.